Okay, assalamu alaikum and hello everybody. In this class, we will look at the section B question of APM. Uh, Question name is, as you can see, Morlik. So, first of all, before looking at the scenario or anything else, we will scroll down and we will look at our requirements. It is now 1st September 2005. Respond to the CEO of Morlex's request for work on the following areas. The benchmarking exercise, okay, 12 marks, and the current process requirement B, 8 marks. Professional marks will be awarded for the demonstration of skills in analysis and evaluation, skepticism, and commercial acumen in your answer. 5 marks are the professional marks and 20 marks are the knowledge based marks. So, what we need to do now, let's look at it. Uh, okay, just scroll up. Okay. Morlik PLC is a retailer based in Teeland. The company offers a complete optical care service, including eye test and perception and supply of contact lenses, spectacles, and optical aids. All prescribed items are ordered by Morlik from supplying companies. Okay. Morling's main objective is to maximize of shareholder return through providing an excellent service, which is renowned for being the best in its field and supplying goods of perfect quality. So we've uh, got the main objective, that is the maximization of shareholders' return through providing an excellent service, which is renowned for the being the best in field. And supplying goods of perfect quality. So these two are the objectives. Then, okay, this is also the Morlik has several shops throughout Teeland, and all the shops operate to the same processes and procedures. The industry Morlik operates is increasingly competitive, where brand strength is becoming an important critical success factor. Okay, and customer satisfaction is seen as key. That means it is one of these are the it is a key performance indicator, the customer satisfaction, right? Other companies are increasing their advertising spend to enhance their brand strength and are also keen to maximize their intellectual capital by employing knowledgeable employees, because such employees are seen as key in enhancing and developing brand strength. So that's one more thing which we found out. Okay, now exhibit two, benchmarking exercise. The CEO, Chief Executive Officer of Morlite, has been concerned recently about the decline in Morlake's operating margin. She asked Morlake management accountant to undertake a benchmarking exercise to try to ascertain if this is an industry-wide issue. He collected financial data presented in Appendix 1 for both Morlake and its main competitor in Thailand, Shield, for the last financial year, but now has now left the company. Included with this data are the measures the management accountant felt the benchmarking exercise should address. The CEO has asked you as a management consultant in this area. So your role is management consultant to complete the benchmarking exercise by calculating the suggested performance measures and evaluate whether these measures are appropriate and sufficient for this industry. Okay, we have to evaluate as well. the current process is the current process for ordering the spectacles and contact lenses involving the optician asking an administrator to place the order with the supplier. There are many supplier of these products, a situation which has resulted from different opticians over the years, having used different supplying companies. The goods are then delivered to Morlige. An administrator in Morlige is then required to inspect the quality of the spectacles which have been received and to count that the number of pairs of contact lenses which have been received is correct. The customer is then notified by more like that their goods have been arrived. It may often takes a few days for customer to be notified, as there are usually many goods delivered from each supplier, and supplies can arrive on any day of the week. Okay, often on a day where there is only one administrator working, giving the high standards of production which more like supplies work to. There are usually no returns or damaged goods. That's cool. However, as it takes some time for Modlite to notify customers of the arrival of their goods, goods frequently go missing. Okay, that's a concern. Modlite has to pay for the reorder of these goods if its administrators have originally recorded them as successfully received. So that's the cost. After notification, customers are then required to check the goods on Modlite premises to confirm they are happy with the quality. It is very vague, giving the high standards of production alluded to earlier for customers to reject the goods on the basis of quality. Okay. The CEO believes that Morlike's current process may be inefficient in the present environment and would like you to assess how Morlike could improve the current process of ordering and receiving goods by using business process reengineering. Okay. Now there is here it is, our benchmark. Revenue. Shell's revenue is 21.84. It's 8.40. Cost of sales 3.6 and 1.2. Okay. Advertising cost 6.2 and 3.4. Other operating costs 3 and 6. Okay. Operating profit zero point 0.8 and 6.04. Tax 0.22. 1.48. Net income 0.58 and 3.81. Other key data, number of employees 480 and 950. Big difference, customer satisfaction 50%. Shell customer satisfaction is unknown. Operating profit margin year ended 30th June X4 12% and 16%. Training spend, product knowledge 0.50 and 2 million. Training spend, managerial skills 0.05 and 1 million. That's a big difference. Again, suggested performance measures for benchmarking. Okay. Operating profit, margin growth, customer satisfaction, and product knowledge training spend per employee, revenue per employee. That's cool. So, so far, so good. What we will do now? First, we will do the calculations. Okay. Uh, for the calculations, we need, okay. First, let me increase the font size here so that you can uh, see it clearly. That's enough. Okay, I guess. Calculations. Okay, what we need: operating profit margin, customer satisfaction, and product knowledge, training spent per employee, and finally, revenue per employee. Right? So far, so good. Uh, that's my thing. Let me give the another heading of working over here. Working one, working, whatever you want to say. Now, firstly, so in working, what we will do, operating profit margin, or you can say, yeah, is it operating margin? Yeah, or net income? Yeah, operating margin growth, or you can say the net margin growth, right? So here it is for Morlich first, net income margin, or even you can say operating margin growth. So for Morlich first, let us calculate it. 0.8 divided by, okay, it's 0.8 divided by the revenue, which was 8.4, multiply by 100, 8.4 multiply by 100, 9.52, you can 9.52. Then shield, for shield, it's 6.04 is equal to 6.04 divided by 21.84, which was the revenue, multiply by 100. So it's 27.7, or you can round it off to 28% as well. Right now, so growth is the measurement requested. Therefore, Morlach's operating profit margin has fallen from 12% to 9.5%, and Shale has grown from 16% to 28%. Uh, we are done with the workings now over here. Let me give the heading M as and as M for Morlich and S for Shale. We can use such shortcuts, or you can say. For operating profit margin here, here we will now what we do. So far so good. Uh, it's obviously now what we will do. We will link it. Okay. So is equal to here, and for S we will link it here. Done. For customer satisfaction, it was 50% as per the company data, and we had nothing for Shield. So we will say it not possible to compare. Okay. As far as the product knowledge training spent per employee, let's go back to the question and see. Uh, 0.50 million. Okay. And how many employees were there? There were 480. So 0.50 is equal to 0.50 divided by 480 multiply by 100. And for Shield, how much it was? Let's see. Is equal to 0.2 million, and so it's is equal to 2 divided by 950 multiply by 100. Okay, multiply by 100. 0.21. And revenue per employee. So it's again revenue per employee. How many? 480 employees and revenue 8.4. So 8.4 divided by 480.02, 0.02, and then for the Shield 21.84 divided by 950 multiply by 100. 2.3. So big difference overall so far, right? Or we can also calculate it like this. Product knowledge training spent per employee, 0.50 employees and 2 million. Okay, divided by 418. So we can do it like this as well. Is equal to 500,000 divided by 480, and is equal to 2 million divided by 950. Revenue per employee 8.4 divided by 480. So is equal to 84 million divided by 480. And 21 million 840,000 divided by 950. Yeah, is equal to, yeah. So that's it. That's how working. Right, we are done with the calculations part. Now, choice of measures then. Firstly, the choice of measures will be our heading here. Yeah, let us make the font bigger. So choice. Oh, here. Yeah, choice of measures is first heading. Operating margin growth is clearly worth measuring. Is clearly worth measuring as it gives a good indication of overall control, good indication of overall cost control. The focus on growth also presents a good indication as to the trend which can help management determine the extent of both revenue and cost growth. In this case, it is clearly helpful for Morlich as it highlights a dramatic decrease, perhaps evidencing the problems with regard to the process for goods inwards and collection by customers, which CEO mentions. Okay. Further, what we will say that customer satisfaction is a key measure, right? Okay. Yeah. Customer satisfaction is the key measure in the industry, but it is clear that that Molrike has no information from Shield in this area. Maybe because this information is not publicly available. And there are two areas of interest in this measure. Okay. Okay. The first is 50% does not uh, seem to be high. And second is that it is not clear how the measurement is being undertaken. Second is that how the measurement is undertaken. However, giving the customer focus in the industry and the need for brand strength and the need for one measure for customer satisfaction is not enough what's the company name? Yeah, Morlik. Hmm. Morlik may also need to be aware of whether potential customers are aware of their brand, aware about their brand or not. Okay, their likelihood uh, of using Morlik for their next purchase and their satisfaction with the speed of delivery or speed of service, you can say. It does not seem benchmarking measures suggested do not contain enough measures on customer satisfaction in an industry where brand strength is clearly becoming more significant as critical success factor. Training spent on developing product knowledge seems like a good measure for an industry where intellectual capital becoming a differentiating factor in success. Okay, perhaps the measure could be more precise. For example, it could highlight, for example, it could highlight if the training relates to new and innovative products, which are likely to offer Morlich a competitive advantage, or whether it relates to making up for deficiencies in knowledge of staff regard to current product portfolio. Okay, so far so good. Next measure was related to revenue per employee. Revenue per employee seems an arbitrary measure in this context, as the split of staff in the company or the industry between administrative staff, professionally qualified opticians. Okay, and other staff is not clear enough. Okay, the measure may offer a blunt indication of overall efficiency, offer a blunt indication of overall efficiency as lower revenue per employee may suggest that there are too many staff who are not able to generate revenue. Okay, so far so good. Spending on development of managerial skills is not being measured, is not being measured, and it is clear that it probably should be. Yeah, that it should be. Should be. Especially given the problems with regard to the processes which are highlighted. Okay, it seems that in an industry where intellectual capital is important, managerial skills development is not considered, where considered important when these skills could be ones which allow Morlik to enhance the efficiency of its organization and achieve an advantage against their competitors. Okay, next, advertising spend is seen as increasingly crucial in establishing brand strength in this industry and measure and benchmark of advertising and would therefore seem to be appropriate okay. And one more thing for this part, despite the contact lenses and spectacles being of very high quality, measures relating to the quality of the product would also be appropriate for this industry. For example, it might be worth measuring whether goods are returned within a time period of 6 months. due to faulty workmanship. Okay, further, the percentage of lenses and spectacles returned, including also a further measure of reasons for those returns, which could be due to aspects such as scratches on lenses and spectacles and broken spectacle frames, not brain sprains, could be utilized. So we are done with the first part. Let's look at the second part of the question. What was that? The B part, the current process, 8 marks. Okay, 8 marks available for the second part, the current process. The CEO believes more like current process may be inefficient in the present environmental and would like you to assess how more like could improve current process of ordering and receiving goods by using business process re-engineering BPR. 8 marks available. So let's dive in for this second part, the B part. Business process re-engineering, BPR, seeks to initiate a dramatic fundamental change rather than making improvements to an existing process. It starts from the premise of the basic questions. as to whether these activities need to be undertaken at all. It is worth investigating. Okay. It is worth investigating. Initially, if more like can reduce the number of suppliers it deals, it seems to have too large a number of suppliers. Okay, number of suppliers, which should be reduced to small number of approved suppliers. It is also likely to be more beneficial to more like if the small number of if the if the staff responsible for initiating the order actually place the order. More beneficial for the supplier, sorry, for the more like if the staff responsible for initiating the order actually place the order. The opticians could do this on their own computer systems rather than taking an order to the home, yeah, administrator. Also, also, okay, so Morlik could also re-engineer the current process by having more control with uh, delivery date and time. Morlik could denote specific time for all deliveries. Okay. For example, Monday morning between 9 to 12 p.m., etc. Okay. Okay. A more effective way, engineering the process would be for opticians to place the order directly with a small group of suppliers to send the goods directly to customers. Whew. Even if this involved an initial cost, initial cost to Morlik, it would probably save money. As Morlik is currently spending spending time checking goods which are close to perfect based on its own inspection, right? Okay, re-engineering the process in this way, re-engineering the process in this way may require a shift in culture for Morlik. The company sounds as though it is quite hierarchical nature. With orders being passed to administrators for processing and administrators being responsible for checking these goods and advising customers. BPR, business process reengineering, traditionally flattens structures and means a shift from a shift from a hierarchical structure as any potential problems become the problem. Okay, become the problem. Uh, yeah, become the problem of entire team and not of certain department. Opticians may not be content to incur tasks which were traditionally seen as being administrative in nature, despite the fact that it would be saving more like money over the course of the entire process. So far, so good. I hope you get it about how to draft the answer, right? And if you have any questions, you can ask me on the WhatsApp or in the comments. Uh, you can contact me on the WhatsApp if you have any questions. That's it for now. Take care. Bye bye.